Okay, PDF, wrong source. I've always got something going. There we go. Okay, there we go. And we'll get back to the cam. And I'm seeing weird stuff. Oh, there it goes. But I don't see any sound. Oh, there it goes. And I'm seeing weird stuff. Let's chill. Let's have a cup of coffee. Let's find my special TV glasses. One of the rules is don't reach for the glasses until you find out where they are. If you take off the first glasses, it's a little like the airplane rule. Fix your own mask first. Okay, so now I got my TV glasses on. I got my coffee. I heard that some of you don't like my intro here. How cruel of you. Looks like I rebooted my machine. There we go. John is live. There's a lot of moving parts here. The chat is finally up, so if you hear me, say so. Intro here. I hear me. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, got some good stuff here today. Okay, so let's get going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm John Miglash for the Wisconsin DMA and the International Society for Strategic Marketing. Here we go. Okay. Well, this was a good one. Oops. Where the heck did my camera go? There it is. Okay. SMP, which I had never heard of before. This is the news you won't have necessarily found other places. The Strategic Mailing Partnership. There's a thing in the UK called SMP, the Strategic Mailing Partnership. And they have 100 members. And I think this may have got accelerated by GDPR. Because if you remember, GDPR for a while said you can't contact your customers. And one of the biggest mailers in the UK erased all their data, everything over 12-month recency, all their customer addresses and everything, and stopped mailing and said, well, we're not going to violate GDPR, so we're just going to stop mailing. We'll go all digital. I never heard what happened with that, so we really should figure that out. I'll have to call Nigel over there. But most of the other mailers, and Nigel and his group, he's mailing lists, Nigel Swaby, I think is how he says his name. Anyway, hi to Nigel if you're out there. So they kind of banded together and they went to the GDPR officials and they said, we've always mailed. Our customers like it. They reorder, and so we have a compelling reason to keep going. And the official said, okay, sure, that makes sense. One of the printers I've talked to in Canada said the government is not as inclined to limit mail for privacy reasons because the government collects fees on mail. Something to think about. So if you're worried about the CCPA, California Consumer Privacy Act, or GDPR, mail is an actual strategy. It's not just a tactic. It's a strategy for keeping in touch with your customers. But all that aside, this SMP offers free training to upskill. Haven't heard that as a verb before, but it's the UK. Direct mail workers. Okay, so if you want to teach direct mail, you can have your employees take courses with Strategic Mailing Partnerships. Now, I would suggest that I reached out to Judith Donovan today and invited her to come on. If you're on, Judith, say hi on the chat. And said we should we should do a partnership. I actually worked a little bit with Derek Holder, who was the founder of the Institute of Direct Marketing, and he had partnered with Royal Mail to teach mail to to companies in the UK. And I thought that that was a much better business model than we ever had in the United States. I had a great talk yesterday with someone in marketing for USPS, and he asked me what my plan is. And I actually submitted a plan, and it was accepted, and I had a contract to build a teaching organization but distinct from USPS and distinct from any other. A lot of the associations had sort of an axe to grind about, it was basically funded by vendors, and only the vendors only wanted their vendors in the, as referral candidates. But you got to be a little more open than that. And that's why I incorporated the ISSM. You heard me mention International Society for Strategic Marketing. That was basically patterned after Derek Holder's Institute of Direct Marketing. And I see they added digital probably. It's probably the same organization, excellent organization. Anyway, so we need to all work together. USPS, printers, mailers, and WDMA and ISSM, I suppose. And we have some incredibly interesting training on direct mail that even gets into lifetime value and company valuation even. That's how who wins. And it was the #1 rated training course material in Bob Stone and Martin Baer's direct marketing certification down at the UMKC. It was the #1 rated session. So not only is it excellent, but it's well vetted. First to get into that program, because only the top people in the whole country got into it, and we still have it running. So something to talk about if you're a mailer and you want to teach direct mail. Colony Brands, one of the presidents down there, talked to me about that. We haven't done it. It was originally built for Catalog Age magazine, and Land's End partnershiped with us to build it. So it's very, very accurate. In fact, Land's End was thinking we could convert it to actually an inventory projection model and sales model, because it's that complex, but we've simplified it to play the game. Anyway, reach out to wdma.org and we can tell you about it. So here's the next article, 5 tips for measuring consumer attention in advertising. I'm going to go really fast here for Janelle. But, the whole premise is capture every impression across a wide variety of channels, use an array of metrics to determine how people are engaging with your ads. And, it seems like a little bit like trying to catch all the snowflakes that are coming down and decide how many inches of snow you've gotten. I mean, first of all, you can't catch the infinite data that is around you. It's literally infinite. And even if you could, it's much simpler to put a 1-inch tube up, make it transparent, and you can find out how many inches of snow. Or you can look out on the railing in the morning and see that it's stacked up, this high. We've lost track of the simple. And down here, this is what she's talking about. Active page dwell time. This metric tracks the average time spent with content in the foreground tab of the web browser. The most reputable, let's underline that, reputable way to measure time spent with content. You know how many tabs are open for me? How many browsers I have open? I have 3 computers just right around here. I have 3 more at home. There's a dwell time. There's an active browser page on all of them. Give me a break. Anyway, what do we do in direct marketing? You know what we do to measure impact? We hold out some of the pieces. We don't mail some of the customers. We take whatever we were going to mail and we mail 90% of it. And then we compare the downstream revenue and the downstream EBITDA profit of those customers. And you see real causal impact. This is just, it's sad. It's sad if you're a digital marketer only, you need to get into mail, because it's just sad the kind of metrics you're playing with. Okay, this is Eric Koenig. I want to have coffee with Eric. I put his picture in. I'm not sure I got the proportions just right. He might have gained a little weight in my picture, but I thought I'd add a picture, being fancy today. Eric's got a nice overview, growing your brand through direct response marketing. Now, I haven't mentioned direct response marketing. Why not? Well, part of the reason is the definition of direct marketing that's circulated for years. And I went around NMOA just 2 or 3, maybe 4 years ago, and I interviewed some of the board members and some of the more prominent members, and I asked them, what is your definition of direct marketing? And they all said, basically, generating a measurable response. And I would say that idea of a response has been taken a little crazy. That response can now count, and as we go through this article, you'll see. Direct response can mean such a wide range of things. I'm not against it. Response is a key component. But one of the things I liked, yes, you can do it with direct mail, you can do it with digital, you can do it with radio, TV, you can do it with linear TV, or you can do it with broadcast TV. I mean, absolutely you can. The key is how do you track it? And key elements, also excellent. This is an excellent overview. Go to WDMA.org, click the join button, subscribe for free, and you can get this article. But down here is what I like. Robust testing strategy. Way to go, Eric. And Eric, I'm sure, knows a lot about the testing. In the direct response industry, the clear route to success is marked with one word. This is so great. One word, test. And by test, we don't mean try this, and then when that peters out, try that, and then when that peters out, try another thing. What we're looking for is investigating each variable, okay? We want to know the impact of independent variables. That's the way it is. And with direct mail, especially, we can build a foundation for your other channels. Okay? Most direct response channels show an ROI quickly after the campaign is launched, as targeting data and directly attributable elements such as campaign-specific URLs, toll-free numbers, promo codes. Those are the tracking elements. Allow marketers to track the channels that impacted the final sale. Now, in addition, and this is so crucial, you can track the targets. You can also track the creative. There's a whole science of isolating causal variables, and that gives us field valid scientific experiments so that we can observe something that might make a difference. We form a hypothesis, we design the experiment, we execute, get the results, and evaluate the results, and it's a continuous process. That is a strategy of marketing, to identify the winning combination in an ongoing process. That's a different way of marketing, and that's what Eric's talking about. And he couldn't cover it all. I said to Stephen, another guy we did a show with, I said, well, since you only do a 1-minute video, you'll leave things out and I'll pretend like you didn't know them. And I'll pick on them. So Eric, I'm sure Eric knows all this, but his article is very brief. So go to WDMA and subscribe, and it'll encourage us to keep on going. And let's do this training together. Let's formalize this into some kind of a package that we can really dynamically move the needle on mail. I told the USPS guy, let's add 5 billion pieces to the mail stream. No more messing around with just, informed delivery or unforgettable mail or all these things that aren't moving the needle. Mail keeps declining. Let's do some things that move the needle. Let's get together. Let's join up and do mail. Have a great day. Like and share. Your friends